The worst-case scenario is that Durban may have its water rationed until June next year.
What happened in April is a nightmare. When it happened, we thought, okay, it has happened, we're handling what has happened. But as we look back, we're realizing we were living in a nightmare during the time when this happened in April. And Umgeni, as a service provider, we were affected significantly, especially in terms of infrastructure. That is our aqueducts. It's a common information that we have our 4 aqueducts, which is aqueduct 1, 2, 3, and 4. Out of these aqueducts, the ones that were affected were aqueduct 1 and 2. Now, these aqueducts, they supply raw water from the Niger Dam to the Durban Heights system. This Durban Heights is where we are today. Then, what is the impact? The impact is that we are unable to supply water the way we were supplying water before the incident happened.
But Umgeni Water is hoping to expedite repairs to major infrastructure by Christmas.
Aqueduct 1 will be back on the 22nd of December 2022. Aqueduct 2 will be back in June 2023. Reservoir 3, we've appointed a contractor. They are with us today. Pump 4 is back. We are pumping from Pump 4. We are getting 50 megaliters from each pump, and we're pumping for only 5 days instead of 7 days a week because of safety concerns. But when we pump, we do meet the requirements of 540 megaliters that we are contracted with in terms of our contract with eThekwini.
These repairs require a shutdown of the water supply system.
As we are working with a system, when we are disconnecting the system, sometimes it requires that we shut down and disconnect. When we are also connecting pipes back to the system, then we must shut down and connect. When we are then ensuring we are fixing filters, then that needs to happen. I would like to say it now so that then if we as Umgeni communicate a shutdown, people then must remember that in order for us to move from one system to another, we might need to close the system, ensure there's no water coming out for operational reasons.
The briefing follows an announcement by eThekwini municipality about water rationing across the city. Several suburbs will be without water for several hours for months as critical infrastructure is being repaired.
We have gone and looked at all possible solutions. I mean, by now, many people who didn't know there was a shaft in Umgeni, they now know. People who didn't know there was an aqueduct, now they know. People who didn't know there was a reservoir, now we know. We're breaking it down into detail because we hope that people at home then will get an understanding of maybe the complexity of the system, will get an understanding also in the isolatedness of the system. So those that are planning for Christmas festivities, they can continue. We will ensure that we meet the deadline. There will be a better Christmas this year.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Karinda Jagmohan in Durban.